What is up, everybody? It's your boy Brian from American Auto. Forgive the little crackhead mouth thing going on right here. Y'all, it has been a week. The whole household's been sick. Not real sure what it was, but I can give you a hint of what it felt like. Anyway, we're getting back at it now. I've had Josh out here working on the OBS Chevy, getting that frame done so that way we can get it ready for paint, so that way we can get some coating on it. Today we're going to work on getting all the crap out of the back of it, get the bed off of it, and yeah, let's see what all we can get done. He's got some hours into getting that frame wire wheeled off, and he's done a pretty good job on it. So we're gonna have to hit some other hot spots and get those good and cleaned off. Probably pressure wash it one more time, and then we'll go again. Like I say, we'll bring you along for the action. So hang tight while we get started. All right, guys. So we're gonna fire this old four-wheeler here up, take it down to the end of the property here, that e-brake off, and get this other trailer. If I can get it backed out without running stuff over. I'm not a very good pilot on this thing, especially when holding the phone. There we go. I hope it ain't too loud on you. But I figure it's easier to go down here and get this trailer to put the parts in the back of the truck in to move them down to the other building than it is trying to take the whole truck down here. Pardon the wind noise. All right. The American Auto compound here. All right, guys, let's get this hooked up and I'll bring you back to the stuff down here. Shoot, God, I'm burning up. I don't think I'm completely over this sickness just yet. Anyway, we got the first load of stuff down here. I already got the tailgate in, got the front fenders in there and all that stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and get the rest of this stuff moved on into the shop there. So I'll bring you back in just a second. All right, everybody. We got all that stuff moved down to the other building. Josh is under there right at the moment, working on that frame. We got the rear bumper taken off, tailgate taken off. I was working on him getting the bed bolts out, but we'll come back to that. We will circle around. But he's under there right now fighting with the frame, getting the rest of the rust off of it. And then we will go from there. Did you just fart?
No, that was me spitting rust out.
Ah, spitting rust. That's a good thing, ain't it?
Yeah.
Hey, if you hold your mouth open and smile, you'll have you a grill. You look like little Rusties. Little Rusties in the house. Little Rusties in his mouth.
Trust me, it ain't pleasant though.
Yeah, well, that's called restoration life for you.
Oh yeah.
You got to go through the dirty before you make it nice. But anyway, so we're gonna finish all this up and get moving right on along. We got a new order of superclean coming. Good old folks over at superclean, the only sponsor that American Auto has got another package on the way. So as soon as it gets here, we're going to superclean the entire frame of this truck as well. Once we get the bed off the truck, guys, we are going to go ahead and degrease the frame and all that before I put him on it with the wire wheel. But in the meantime, he's going to keep doing that, and I'm going to go feed my sickly face. All right, guys, it's another day, and my employee says he's got this frame ready to be painted. Now, we're not going to paint it today because I am going to attempt to get that bed off. It's been a week of trying to work on this truck, but guys, listen, just stay safe out there, because I mean, we got hit with the Rona again, and it really knocked us down. I mean, I was down for the whole week, and golly, the yard looks like crap. I've got to mow. If I can get this bed knocked off here in a hurry, I might be able to get mowing done. So let's get at it and see what we can get done, and I'll bring you back in just a minute. So I got the cherry picker holding the front of the truck bed up. Thought I had everything loose, but got to dart back here real quick and cut the wire loom loose from the truck bed for the tail lights. Those little dudes right down there. Once I get those cut loose, I should be able to slide this thing back. We're going to inch it off a little bit at a time, get it set over here to the side. All right, so it's been a little bit. I should have really caught that on camera, but y'all wouldn't really want to see it anyway. But there's truck bed. There's truck. Yeah, there's that freshly cleaned frame. Yep. Spotless, ready for paint, right? How about the outside? Maybe the outside. No. What about this side? Nope. Just so, yeah. So apparently I still have a whole frame to clean. Okay, great. All right, well, I'll get on that tomorrow. That's a tomorrow Brian problem. Today's Brian problem is I've got the mower in the shop because it's for some reason not wanting to run either. I've got to get this grass cut, so we're gonna hold off on this truck. We're gonna get this mower fixed, and yeah, go from there. All right, guys, we back. It's the next day. I just got back from dropping little one off to be taken care of for today so I could get some work done. You seen yesterday we got the bed off the truck. Today, we're gonna start out by pulling the front seat out. So we'll get after that and bring you back inside. All right, so as we start pulling this interior out, we're gonna start with just the seat. Okay, there's my bag over there for the labels. This is the remaining part of the wiring harness from the back of the truck bed. That goes to your tail lights and your tag lights. Yeah, and actually, just so y'all know, that unplugs, and it all comes out, okay? There's no reason to go through cutting wires when you don't have to. Actually, I showed you the wrong plug. That's actually the left side tail light. I'm sorry, right side tail light, because there's the plugs. This plug actually plugs into here, like that, and that runs your tag lights and driver side, passenger side. Anyway, not that that's important right now. So, pulling these seats out. It's not a hard job, guys. There's a bolt right there and a bolt right there. That's it. One set on each side, front and rear. So we're gonna snatch those out. That way the seat can come out. We'll undo that seat belt so it ain't holding the seat in. And yes, we're gonna pull it from the passenger side because you got a steering wheel to fight over there. Which, I mean, technically you can go either way, it don't matter. We might actually go out that side. But yeah, and then we can start getting the carpet and the rest of the stuff out so we can start working on this stuff. Yeah, I can't wait to see what's under all this. Now, there's that. Anybody want to tell me why it's blue? Anybody? Makes no sense to me. Hey, they tried to match the blue painter's tape. All right, now that the seat is out, you can see how bad that carpet really looks. And we still gotta get that seat belt out. And then we gotta get both side seat belts out of the A-post. We gotta pull the tray back here. Both kick panels, floor rails. Yeah, there's a lot to get down to the floor. Here we are at this point. Still gotta get the headliner down, but we're about to pull this old nasty carpet out. And guys, I actually blew it out with an air hose first. And I don't know how good that'll pick up on camera, but it's still got like a 1/4 inch of filth in it. So, yeah, I mean, that's under the carpet. But anyway, so let's go ahead and get this yanked out of here as best we can anyway, which will be all of it, but I don't know why people say that. Let's do this as best we can. My opinion, if it ain't the best, then it ain't worth doing, right? Or am I the only one that thinks that? Let me know what you think. Leave it in the comments below. All right. Factory, is that jute? What? Is this how they padded the floors in 1989, guys? That is craziness. But it's okay. The floors actually look really, really good from what I can see. This side's holding moisture for some reason. There's some surface there. Some surface there. Nothing all the way through. So, all right. So we're going to get some rust converter on this. We're going to sand all this down real good. And then we'll put a rust converter on it. And then we'll put that boom mat that I've got in there on it. Yeah, and go from there. Anyway, guys, I'm going to snatch this stuff here out. Go ahead and get this back carpet off. And move on from there. So, I'll bring you back in just a second. Ladies and gents. Here we are. At this point so far, I hadn't taken the dash out yet. No, of course not. But look at there. How they stamped in from the factory where the 5-speed would have went. Yeah. That's just to show you how cookie cutter the cabs of these trucks were. But yeah, now we're at the point where we can start really doing some work on the inside here and all that. Getting some wires moved. Yep. There she is, guys. We're moving right on along. All right, everybody, we're back. It's the next day. Got the bed and everything moved down to the other end of the property on the back of the trailer. We got old Skinny sitting up here. And yeah, notice the frame's a little wet. We are soaking it down. Getting rid of all the rust and grime and all that stuff on it. Of course, you know what we use, and we're using super clean. That's all we ever use around here because it's the best stuff in the world, guys. So go out and get you some. That's all you got to do. Just go out and get you some one time because it's the best stuff in the world. Anyway, so that's what we're doing here. We're just gonna spray this frame rails and everything down and let it soak this time. I'll get the pressure washer hooked up and all that jazz, and then I will refill my super clean, spray it a second time, and then just pressure wash it. That's literally all I have to do because this stuff is that good to get all the road grime and everything off. It's pretty awesome. Let me show you something. You know, rear end housing gets dirty, right? Well, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna switch hands because I'm right-handed. And I'm almost out of super clean there. But all I'm gonna do is spray this down all the way across. Get that on there good. You can see it rolling off of there, guys. Look at it. Look at that. That is crazy. All right, I'm going to get the pressure washer hooked up and I'll bring you back in just a second. All right, everybody, it's the next day. We had a fairly busy day yesterday and I didn't get to show all this before I had to leave, but we did manage to get that cab corner cut out. Here it is right here. We cut this big of a section out, but as you can tell, there's the replacement. It's quite a bit bigger. I did that for a reason. Now, granted, that rail right there that goes all the way around is made to go back to the factory location. And then this is meant to go down the back side of the truck. But I highly recommend, this is from TriPlus Automotive, okay? It's not Auto Metal Direct, so I'll go ahead and tell you this. It's bent different, it's shaped different, it's sized different, so it is not the same. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back into the truck and we're going to cut this to fit. But before we do that, piece stops right about here. Well, there's still a dent up here, so I've got to metal work all this first, okay? And we got to cut this stuff here back and all kind of stuff. So instead of trying to go all the way around the front right here, because this is still good and straight and strong, I think it'll be best if we tack onto it on the front side, and then I can cut that down and work it that way. And same with this back here. All this is good metal and all this is really solid, so we'll do the same thing all the way up and around. As long as it's good solid straight metal, we're going to connect back onto it there, so that way we don't have to worry about trying to remake a bend in that panel. Okay, now at the same time, got new doors coming. They'll be here tomorrow, and we also got a new hood for the truck coming, which will be here tomorrow. So we'll check all those as well when they get in to make sure all that's straight. The whole reasoning behind that is because through Holley, you can buy all the panels for the truck, and it's cheaper than having to pay a body guy to completely go through both of those doors and make them perfectly straight for the build. So he thought it would be easier to just buy the new ones. Let's switch all the stuff over and go that route. So that's what we're going to do. Now, UPS has came, as I said just a minute ago. Let's see what's in the box. Opening this up, 66 Auto Color right here. Oh, from House of Color. Sleepy Hollow recommended over a black base. Okay, awesome. So let's see what's in here. Well, they wrap it up good, don't they? My goodness. Come on. House of Color. Premium custom finish since 1956. Sleepy Hollow. So guys, this is an orange, a really deep orange color. And yes, not a cheap color, but this is for that Harley. This is for the Harley. So I'm so glad that's in. What does that say? 2-to-1 with RU311. Cool. Anything else in the box? Nope, that's it. So there's that. So anyway, we've got a lot of work going on around here, guys. A lot of things happening in the background as well. I've got my Cadillac up for sale. I've got that square body up for sale. I've got my red Chevrolet up for sale. Got a lot going on behind the scenes. So yeah, there's a lot of things that you're just going to see after products of. It is what it is. I can only do what I can do. I'm one person. But outside of that, for the most part, now that we got that new tripod deal, y'all are going to get to see a whole lot more. It's starting to get warm, which means the paint booth is going to start going up. We have to finish doing the paint job on my blue truck. So that still has to come, so we can match the rest of the color up. And we've got to get that truck running. I don't know, something happened to it in the wiring, so we got to fix that too. So anyway, that being said, guys, got somebody else pulling up. I'm gonna jump off here for today. All right, everybody, it's the next day, and I am in the truck because we are headed to Kingsport, because apparently a semi truck can't make it to my shop, which I know a semi truck can't make it up that drive. But guys, there's places right out by the shop I can pick it up from. I've always done that. Anyway, So we're headed to Kingsport to go get the doors and the new hood for the OBS Chevy. So let's go get that done and get back to the house and get it opened up and see what we got. Hang tight. We looking like the Fast and the Furious. Look at that big old thing up there. Let's get this load to the house, guys. All right, everybody, we made it back to the house, to the American Auto compound with a fully loaded down truck. You can see all that right there. Told you it looked like Fast and Furious. So we're gonna get this stuff unstrapped, get that box cut down, and start taking these parts in and start making that look like a truck again. Fun. All right, now that all that is off the truck and inside, we will do a little unboxing in a bit to see just how everything looks. What's there, what's not there, yada yada. Because I know I got to unload the inside of those doors to put in those two doors. So, all right, guys and girls, y'all know what time it is. Got my delivery from Super Clean. They really need a theme song. Anyway, so we're going to use this stuff here. We're going to see if pole barn's correct. Because I've used a bunch of that. I've got 2 cans of it right here. Super Clean sent me some more. Oh, wait a minute. Before I go any further, I have to read a disclaimer to you guys. Because I made a statement on my last video about using Super Clean straight. Not diluting it down. So I have to come back and give you this so that way everybody knows the right way to use Super Clean is not the way I was doing it. Super Clean works best with cold water, and it is important to never let Super Clean dry on the surface, okay? And you know, guys, you can get these charts here to show you how, matter of fact, I'll do this. Ah! My phone fell. Crap. Hang on. Hang on. There it is. See if you can see that. That way you can pause the video and look at it. That's the best way to use it according to Super Clean. Now, that being said, do as I say, not as I do. I am a father, and I tell my kids that. Do as I say, not as I do. All right? Now, I know it's monkey see, monkey do. I know that. And when you mess with the junky cars that I mess with and make them look that good, well, that's because I'm not afraid to try things. Like the white Chevy out there. Washing that entire truck with straight Super Clean. Yeah, I did that. Don't do that. It will ruin your paint job. It didn't ruin that one because it was already ruined. So, and also when I got done with that, I also went around that truck and soaked the whole thing down and all that. So that's why that truck still looks good. But anyway, now the aerosol cans you don't have to dilute. I know there's somebody out there who's going to be asking, how do you dilute the spray can? You don't. Okay? You don't. But the other one, when you buy it by the gallon or whatever, it is highly recommended to dilute it down. Okay? Now, that being said, we're going to spray this transmission down and start getting some cleanliness done before I take this to Lethal Performance. So, I just don't want it rolling around my vehicle this dirty. That's all. Now, I've got you guys on the new tripod deal there. And we're going to see how good this thing lasts. But I don't know. Maybe I should. Now, it should be alright. All the line holes are covered. Yeah. Alright. Let's get the spraying this thing down, guys. I will tell you this. Like, I do all this stuff on my concrete here, and yeah, there's some stains on the concrete, but nothing severely bad. And the reason that is because every time I do something like this, I'm immediately after cleaning the concrete with Super Clean as well. Because, I mean, the stuff is just great, guys. Okay. Huh. I don't know if this is stock or not, guys. I know it's got brand new seal in the front of it, it looks like. And I mean, that might just be all, it's just a new seal in it. All right, we're gonna go on and knock out a second spray down on this. You can see it's still gunky and dirty and all that. Strong. Now, some old timers back in the day used to use oven cleaner to clean transmissions, bell housings, and all that stuff. Oh God. That stuff works pretty good too. But I'm telling you guys, can't go wrong. Cannot go wrong. All right. Now, pull this dude out here just a little bit, like that. And we will throw the spritzer on the hose. Get the blasting pressure going. Like that. Let it go. All right, everybody, we back. It's another day. Had some business to take care of yesterday, so I didn't get no work done. But we back on it today, getting this corner put in. And what did I come in here to look for? Oh, sorry. But now we've got that corner cut out, and now it's time to do some cleanup and get it ready to put the new corner back in. And I will show you that. One second. See right here, we've got this whole entire corner cut out, and it's ready. Oh, that's what I went in there for, was the vice grips. But we've got the whole corner cut. It's ready to go. We have to clean up the rivet spots on both inside and outside. But I think if I can make that stupid door stay open. Shit. Let me get some vice grips on that damn thing. So here we are here, and that should be very, very close. It actually needs to come up just a touch, but that's going to be a direct bolt in. And then when you shut the door, the body lines line up and all that jazz, right? Still got to push the bottom in a hair, But we kept the top just slightly low, just so we can work around that. You can see that bad mold there. That's from the factory. But outside of that, bend it all in, and we should be golden on that corner, guys. So what do you say we get it in there? I think so. All right. Before I can go putting this piece on there and straightening it out, I've got to get all the spots where the rivets were knocked down. So we're going to do that right now. So I've got my burr bit, and the reason I have this out is because this will knock it down the fastest, and then we'll take the right angle and clean it up. Plus, that don't even like to stop. With the red Scotch-Brite wheel on this, you don't want to put a whole lot of pressure onto the metal because this will go through the metal. We're not trying to do that. We're just trying to knock the high stuff down and get back to the factory edge and that kind of stuff. So keep that in mind if you're using the red one. Now that we've got our panel here, we're going to set it back in here where it needs to go. See roughly where we're at. Right there. I think I'm just going to take this top edge off here where it's all janky. Just like so. So where this corner got knocked in right here, guys, you can see where it spider cracked the paint right there. Now all that's pretty much straight now. Had to hammer and dolly it. You know, there's still a little lump right there I've got to work out. But outside of that, the rest of it's pretty much straight. There's still one little dent right here that I'm going to try and work out. This was bent right here. It's pulled back out now. But you got to be real careful when you're doing that because it can affect your door shutting. So now, let me get the vice grips out from holding it. And let's make sure the door still shuts. Oh yeah, we good. Oh yeah. Yeah, you can see that dent in the door right there where it come through and hit the whole thing. So now, if that wasn't, let's take that out. Now let's see if the door shuts better. That's what it was. So now we'll cut this foam stuff out of here, get that out of the way, and that should take care of that, and then we can go ahead and plug weld our corner in. So yeah, let's get it done. That is awesome. I mean, this thing still shuts so good. That is wild. All right. Yep. All right, ladies and gents, we got it tacked on there. Just barely. Just a little bit. You know, just a spot here and a spot there. That way I can still work that little section there. Got it pretty much straight on there. Ah, shit. All these stupid vice grips. Yep, there it is. So, now we just got to weld it in. And, which all I'm going to do as far as welding it in, I'm going to plug weld down the back, plug weld down the front, just like they did from the factory, which means I got to go through and drill a bunch of holes. And then once I get all that done, then I will work on welding this upper area here in and do it very, very, very slowly and metal work it as I go. But guys, that's how you put the corner in. So, and as I said, that is a cheap corner. So as you can guess, it don't line up exactly perfect like the factory did because it's stamped steel. It's just like anything else you order aftermarket. And if you don't, you know, it wasn't the highest dollar aftermarket panel. Had it been the highest dollar aftermarket panel, it'd probably fit a little bit better. But for what we're doing, it'll work out perfect. I mean, look at how it just lines up. Ooh, somebody's firing up the Harley. Anyway, so yeah, there we are, guys. I'll get this plug welded in. I'll bring you back in a minute. All right, there we go, guys. She's tacked in there. That took way too long. But it's in there. Now I got to grind it down and get it ready for body work. But that's that part out of the way. Out with the rusty, in with the newie. So now we just got to take all that weld down. And biggest thing to remember, guys, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Something like this, you cannot start on one end and weld your way around. Okay? You can't even weld this side, then this side. You have to do a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit on the front, a little bit back here, back here. You have to break it up, otherwise you're going to warp the crap out of that panel. Okay? And you don't come this far to warp panels. So be very careful and be patient. Impatience will get you in a bad situation. Okay? Now, that being said, I'm going to grind this down and all that here in just a few minutes. Sky's looking good, so we ain't worrying about it coming apart on us just yet. I'm going to go get me some water because I'm hot. It is hot today. And I've got the fan blowing over here, but it ain't moving nothing but hot air. So, yeah, let's go get some water and cool off for a minute, and we'll get right back at it. Ladies and gents, here we are. Now, I haven't body worked anything. All I did was kind of grind the welds down. I'll come back and touch that up some more and make it look really, really good because it's going to be a mirror finish from here to here. But as far as getting that in there and making sure, you know, it ain't going to rust up, Look at them lines, just perfect. But just make sure everything's good and it ain't gonna rust up or anything on me. We're set right there. I still have to do a little bit right in here. That's a little high still, and kind of work this around here. And this is still where that was dented in a hair. So I've got to build up a little bit right here still. But outside of that, guys, that corner went in really, really nice. So, yeah. Take a few welds down. Compare it to that side. To that side. Yeah, I think we're in good shape. So, if this is any consolation to how this truck is going to go, and it's going that easy already, yeah, it's going to be a blast to get this thing done. So, anyway. So, guys, it's been 2 weeks of me trying to get this video done. Of this part of it. We've gotten a lot of work done. And, you know, we're still plucking along on it. Even through being sick and everything. We got the frame ready. The frame's ready to be painted. With some rust paint. So we'll get that done and keep moving right on along, get it going. But guys, that's probably gonna do it for this episode of showing you how to change the cab corner. And pretty much I guess that's it. Of course, the video's got to get worse before they get better. So, won't you consider subscribing if you're not already? And, yeah. Let's fight this weather together. Because that's been the other big problem, too, is getting out here and working in the rain. I've got so much crap in the shop right now, I can't even pull that truck in here. And I don't have big money like these other big YouTubers who can build a shop off their YouTube money. So I'm having to work with what I got. And the good thing about that is you can see how to do it. So there's that. But anyway, guys, yeah, we're fighting the bees too. It's that time of the year. The bees are coming out. They'll zap you every chance they get. What fun, what fun. Anyway, guys, there's the Harley back. Let's see, it's gonna come all the way. No. Anyway, all right, guys, that's gonna do it for this one. I'll catch you guys next week when we are painting a frame. We're gonna be taking the doors off the truck and reloading the new doors. That's actually the hood. Yeah, things are moving fairly quick, guys. It won't be long before we start setting that engine back in. We got parts coming in. We got torque converter coming in. We got the Yukon lockers on its way. Got to go through and make sure everything's good with the rear end on this truck, because we don't want to blow it apart with the horsepower coming from that small block. So we got a lot to do, guys. We got a lot coming up. So like I say, this video might not be the best one, but the next one will be better. So make sure you're commenting, liking, and subscribing. Let's hope that Mr. Al Go Rhythm will allow this video to be seen. I don't know what's going on, but even with the shorts, nobody's viewing them or nobody's seeing them, or I'm getting... Make sure you're still subscribed. Outside of that, guys, have a good one. We'll catch y'all next week.